Let me see if I could share this, if you can see this or not. Could you see that? I put that up on the screen. Could you see my shared screen or no? Oh, yeah, there you go.
Wait, how did you do that?
See,
I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't know either. We just found out. Look, we learned something new about StreamYard. This is just for Amazon, okay? So here's our year-to-date gross for 2020 on Amazon. For anybody saying, like, making stuff up with my whiteboard, yeah, this is what we've made on Amazon so far between me and the 3 people I got running.
Okay, so let's preface this great because you're going to give me some
look at what's happened since September, all right? Just putting that out there, all right? These are all short-term contracts with Amazon. This is the kind of money we've been making with Amazon during these contracted time. And Inspector post-trip in the chat, he's telling me not to give away the secrets, man. But you know what, dude? People need to know.
What's up, mother truckers? You are now watching the Asian Mai Show live.
Yo, what's going on, mother truckers? Welcome to
What's happening?
Hey, we're here with BOC Enterprises. We're hanging out. If you don't get the chance, we're going to watch this on the replay. You guys are going to get so much good information today because we're just going to be very transparent. There's a lot of people, their goal is to be a truck driver, but their initial goal is to be an owner-operator, but really, they want to own a trucking fleet and company. Let's be honest. That's what everybody really wants at the end of the day. And if you don't want that, that's fine. You could jump on to the next video, but today we're going to expose the truth. BOC in the house. How are you, my friend?
My people are already in the chat. 3 seconds in, man.
Channel. He's doing a lot of great things on there. You know, I would say this much.
I just changed my name too. It's really cool now.
Oh, BOC Enterprises.
The Fat Yoda Trucking Jedi channel.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Because what is going on, mother truckers? Welcome to the Asian Mai Show. So today we are with BOC, and he has a fleet of trucks. He owns 3 of them, I believe, and he has 6 contractors. Is that true, BOC?
3 and 3 right now. 3 trucks, 3 contractors.
So the man has worked since 2005 for JB Hunt, got kicked off because he's a horrible driver, had to become an Uber and Lyft driver. Then he goes and works for Swift because Western Express wouldn't even take his ass. Now, 2 years later, he's a fleet owner and he has a total of 6 trucks. Let's go back to 2019. Let's jump into these numbers so people can see what's going on and get some insight from it. So I'm going to give you the floor on this. You go ahead, brother. Do it.
All right, so this is the first truck we had. We ended up paying $18,000 cash for it. This 2019 numbers. We operated 31 weeks out of the year, and we ran a total in that 31 weeks of 42,560 miles. Okay, so that averaged it out to about 1,372 a week. We grossed in those 31 weeks 97,570, so just about 100K. Total gross per mile, $2.29. Total expenses for 2019 was 46 grand, 46.5, just about 46.5K. So our net after all expenses was 55,170. Our net per mile was $1.20, $1.20 per mile after all expenses. And that's just a 1 truck operation by myself. And those projected numbers there, that's if I had been operating the full 52 weeks of 1 year. So, if we had copied the similar style and the expenses, we would have run about 71,000 miles. We would have grossed $163,000, and we would have netted just about 86,000 of that. Okay. Now, these 2020 numbers over to the right, this is 49 weeks so far because we got 3 weeks left of the year. So I'm just going to show you what we did so far this year in 2020. We had a total of 3 contractors, and 2 of them have been with us for 3 months, and 1 of them was with us for 2 months. I'm not going to give you exactly what each contractor made. I'm going to give you the average numbers between all 3 of them. So between those 3 guys, in that amount of time, they grossed $183,000. Myself, in the full 49 weeks, I grossed $151K. So that's a total gross to the company of $334,000. Our total expenses, that includes all contractor settlements. So the way I pay my drivers is they get, I take out 10%. It's a 90-10 split, okay? And then they pay out a set amount of fixed costs that is under $400 per week. Under $400 per week. That's where I'm going to leave it. Your fixed costs at BOC Enterprises will be under $400 per week and a 10% carrier fee on top of that. So in reality, it becomes out to right around 85% of total gross revenue you get to keep for yourself. But then, of course, you pay fuel out of that or whatever, you know. So let's see here. Most carriers will take like 80, 75, you know, give you a 25, 75 split, 20, 80 split straight up. But that's just the way I decided to do it on my company. So our net for the company, that included all the miles that I personally ran, was $100,000 to $3,000. Now, out of that $103K, so far in 2020, I've paid cash for 2 trucks, and they're both older equipment, both 2001s. And, you know, we paid a lot of maintenance because they're older trucks to get them all roadworthy. And, you know, but that's all part of the expenses tab up there. So that's still included in that $231,000, all the maintenance we paid on all our equipment. So this, I want to break down what our contractors actually made, because this is kind of unheard of in trucking, quite honestly. And these guys, 2 of them were running Amazon, the other guy was running Spot Market, and each of the contractors netted on average $1.43 per mile. Okay, so that's after all expenses, $1.43 per mile. That's after fuel, after tolls, after everything, $1.43 per mile. That's what my contractors make on average. And me personally, I only grossed $221 for the year. But then again, that includes all the pandemic time. I sat out for almost 3 months of the year because of the pandemic. So, you know, my net numbers aren't going to be super accurate. And on top of that, I didn't have time to finish my whiteboard because we cut it close to starting this live feed. So there you go. Our contractors net $1.43 per mile on average.
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.